what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the preview for the Saturday, July 8th Showtime card that is headlined by Jerome Boots Ennis defending his IBF interim welterweight championship against contender Romain Villa. Excuse me. We also got a couple fights on the undercard to talk about. Now, before we get into all that, if you guys could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I try to build my channel up here. So any help would be great, guys. You don't like what I'm doing, though, give me a negative comment or, give me a thumbs down. I'm okay with it. Anyways, back to this triple header here on Showtime. It's actually pretty good. Did my research on it right now. And kicking off the show is lightweight contender on the rise, Edwin De Los Santos. You might remember him from last year in September. He knocked out Jose Valenzuela in the third round of their fight to really propel himself here in the lightweight division. It's a loaded lightweight division, such a good division. He is going to take on Joseph Adorno, who is not a bad lightweight himself. His only losses have been to Elvis Rodriguez by a majority decision. I believe that was his last fight. His other loss was to Michel Rivera, who's a lightweight contender. And then his one of his draws was against Jermaine Ortiz, who's a top lightweight contender right now, a top 10 guy. So, you know, Adorno is not a bad fighter. He's a good, solid fighter. And going against De Los Santos, who's 15-1, 14 knockouts, his lone defeat was a split decision loss early in 2022 to another undefeated fighter in William Foster III. He's fought 3 consecutive undefeated fighters. Foster, which he lost a close split decision, returned and defeated some guy named Acosta, who was 12-0, and then knocked out Jose Valenzuela, who was a highly touted lightweight prospect himself. So De Los Santos is really, trying to continue to prove himself. I think he's going to do that, but this might be a tougher than expected bout with Adorno. I think it could go the distance. I'm going to say a late stoppage or it goes the distance, but I think De Los Santos is riding a positive wave. I think he'll beat Adorno and push forward. The co-feature, though, undefeated super welterweight on the rise, Yoelvis Gomez is taking on, God, what's the dude's name now? Jeez, I'm drawing a blank. He's taking on little-known, one-loss Marquise Taylor. Now, Gomez is coming off probably his best win, but that was what's going to be about a 14-month turnaround. He fought in May of last year when he defeated former world title challenger Jorge Cota by, I think he fought for the title before, but I know he's been in there with Charlo and some good fighters. But he was able to beat him by a 10-round decision. Gomez is 6-0 with 5 knockouts, and Cota was the only guy that went the distance with him. But he outworked them, in the biggest win of his career. So now he's just trying to stay busy and shake off the 14-month ring rust against Taylor, who's not really a guy to worry about in my book. I mean, he's only got 1 loss, but he hasn't beaten anybody, and he's only got 1 knockout. And I think he's 14-1. He's only got 1 knockout. So I don't think Gomez has to worry about power with Taylor. So I think he's going to be in seek and destroy mode, try to shake off that 14-month ring rust. And I think he's going to go get the knockout over Taylor and continue his undefeated reign. And then the main event, though, is a good one. Welterweight is blowing up in July, seeing some of its best fighters go at it. And Jerome Boots Ennis, undefeated welterweight contender, and actually he's the IBF interim champion right now. He's taking on Romain Villa, who's a tough 1-loss contender himself, got a great knockout ratio. I think he's 26-1 with 24 knockouts. This dude is nobody to snare at, and he's coming off of his biggest victory of his career. In January, he faced off against Rashidi Ellis, who is an undefeated contender on the rise. I had him in the top 10 heading into that fight with my year-end top 10s. He was my number 10 guy, and Romain Villa upset him by a 10-round majority decision. Now, Boots is on a different level than Rashidi Ellis was, but Romain Villa is definitely owning the underdog role. He knows what's at stake, but I'll tell you right now, the winner is probably going to be your next IBF champion, because I really do not believe that whoever comes out of the Bud Crawford and Errol Spence potential 2 fights, I don't believe they're going to hold on to the IBF title. I believe they could give up the IBF title after the first fight. That very easily could happen, and then the winner of Boots and Villa will fight for the vacant belt. So, I mean, we'll be upgraded to champ. So, should be good, but I got Boots getting the victory. I think he'll break down Villa and stop him in the middle rounds to retain the interim title and push forward as the IBF interim champion and put on a show here. So, should be good. Boots by KO, in my opinion. Yoelvis Gonzalez by KO over Taylor. And then I got De Los Santos by either a late KO or a decision over Joseph Adorno. So that's it. That's what I got. Should be a good triple header. Showtime July 8th, Saturday, July 8th. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.